A lot of people in our state not so happy. They've been losing their insurance because of fire risk, but that is not the only reason. Last week, we introduced you to people in Berryessa Estates up in Napa County. A lot of them had lost their insurance because of high fire danger there. Well, a viewer saw that story and reached out to us about their situation. Their insurance was also dropped for an entirely different reason. Wilson Walker has the story from Menlo Park.
Oh yeah, we fell in love with the redwoods when we drove up. We had our 2-year-old son. He was asleep, so we fell in love with it, made an offer, they turned it down.
It was 1995 when Ann and Robert Wendell found their way into the home in which they would raise their family. 28 years here now, and suddenly a surprise in the mail.
Yeah, it definitely caught me by surprise.
It was a notice of non-renewal for their homeowner's insurance because the home is too old.
Now, the age of the home, this property is no longer within underwriters' guidelines.
Now, the home is not considered to be at high fire risk. The Wendells have upgraded just about everything from the doors and the windows to the landscaping and the roof. And this is one of the younger homes in the neighborhood, built in the mid-60s.
So it's, what, 58 years old? You can go down the street here and just about 3-4 houses. You can look on the left-hand side. You can see some old houses.
He's not aware of any other neighbors getting the same notice, so he asked his provider what is considered old.
Any house built before 1970, they're rejecting just outright.
Yeah, I think, what we're seeing is insurance companies reacting to a lot of different forces. They're reacting to climate change. They're reacting to all the technology that's giving them a much more vivid view of the homes that they have been insuring.
Amy Bach is with United Policyholders, an information source for consumers. She says the industry is getting more cautious about which homes to insure, and letters like this one are becoming more common.
Before the last year or so, I would have said to that homeowner, don't worry about it. You'll find another insurance company that's going to take you. But today, the options just keep shrinking and shrinking. So it's tough out there.
Yep, just shopping around, just getting a bunch of quotes right now.
Wendell says he is finding some options and not with outrageous prices, but he still can't understand how his perfectly normal home in the heart of the Bay Area would suddenly lose coverage.
Well, this was a surprise because we don't have a fire hazard.
Having a policy dropped because of the age of the home, not unheard of, though more commonly associated with a place like San Francisco, where the home may be well over 100 years old, not 58. Now, insurers can non-renew for just about any reason as long as they're not discriminating, say, on the basis of gender or ethnicity. The only real requirement is that they provide the policyholder with 75 days notice.